YouTube? And we are live. How's it going, Warlords? I am Samurai Drew. I am joined today with DarkBriton and Chase. Chase, it's good to see you coming back on. Can't wait to hear some great opinions on Winter 2021 anime with you. We got Cool Kid. Yeah, so how should we start this? Should we just go right into what was on the lineup for 2021? Like, go through the list?
Well, I have my list up. We can always start with the number one anime that was Attack on Titan, or we can start with the number one disappointment, which I never watched it, but I just heard from the community, which was Promised Neverland season 2.
Right. Oh well. Who's seen season 2?
I have not.
Like an episode, maybe.
Chase, have you seen any?
No.
Okay, well, I'll speak on it because I'm the only one that, for some reason, I'm the only one that's...
This is how all started. Promised Neverland season 2. Did it meet your expectations, or were you like everyone else when you're just like, no?
Listen, this would have been a great movie. Season 1 would have been a great anime movie, and it's just like having a weird extension to a really good ending story, which the end of the story should have been these kids escape from this thing, which, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. But basically, it just kind of escalates the ramification. It's like escaping the Matrix, and then you're in the real world, and then you have to get a office job. It's like that wasn't the exciting part of the story. The exciting part of the story was breaking out of the Matrix, right? So I don't know. They're kind of doomed from the start, but apparently the manga was good. So I don't know. I didn't hate it. But I did see why people didn't like season 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to basically say that, from what I heard, they skipped like a couple of parts from the manga for some reason. Oh, wait. Crap.
Oh, look who decided to join! What's up, baby?
Doing good.
Hold on. Hold up a minute. Hey, so we're talking about Winter 2021 anime right now. And did you see season 2 of Neverland? What was it? Promised Neverland.
Nope. I've not even watched Promised Neverland.
Copy that.
Another person was saying.
Season 1.
It's hard to be the most cultured one out of you guys, but someone's got to do it, okay?
Only one that actually has happened. The one time you've seen something that I haven't watched.
Alright.
Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah. Well, and if that's the case, we should talk about probably what we've all watched, which is the new installment of Attack on Titan, which we had. This show is building, and it's about to pop for when what is it? Season 2, Part 2 comes out, right? It's gonna be the final.
It's season 4.
Oh,
Yeah, we're on
Season
season 4. The final season. No, it's the final season, part 2. Yeah, I got it.
okay.
Has anyone here read the manga?
Dude, I literally was doing chapter reviews of the manga.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't sure how it was going to exactly look and interpret something, but it did meet my expectations.
Let's see here. Real quick, you did have Mucho in there drop a chat. Hello, what's up, Mucho? Thank you for stopping by. We're just talking about, and now we're starting to talk about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I have not read.
I've read. I'm halfway through, basically where the anime started and the manga ended, somewhere in that area. So I'm a little bit ahead now.
You're halfway done.
Yeah.
I'm not. This has been an anime experience from get-go. I'm just saving myself.
Keep it that way.
I'm so excited. There are very few things in this world that I've been this excited. Pokemon Arceus maybe one of the most recent examples. In chapter 1,000. But for me personally, I hate Attack on Titan train for so long. And then finally one of my friends was like, dude, you just have to watch it. Nah, man. Finally watched it. Oh, it was so much. It was one of those, I kicked myself for waiting for so long, but I'm so glad that I know. It is so much.
Okay.
So melt. First season was so melt. I was just like, yeah.
Okay. So Chase, have you seen Attack on Titan at all?
Well, yeah, I've been trying to catch up on it, and then I just got bored of it again. So,
How far?
uh,
How far did you get to? Do you remember?
how many seasons are there? 4?
I think so.
Yeah, there's four.
So I think I got to season 3, like halfway through season 3.
What was it that stalled you?
I don't remember. Actually, no, I remember. I was in Vegas for like a few months while I was watching it, and then I just never continued after I left.
Vegas is more exciting than. Dude, we have community posts. Holy cow! I just saw that. Sorry, I just blanked on this channel. You just got unlocked community posts. Make a poll.
Yeah.
The bar has been set now to 500 subs.
Hey, what's up? We've made it. Yo!
Community posts now. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh man. Okay. And then Sagreen, have you watched the the final season, like part of it?
Yep.
You have.
I
Okay.
finished the whole series.
Right. Well, man, now I don't. Now, see, that's the problem, right? Because now I can't. Well, I guess the question is, do you think that the last season is going to wrap everything together? Everyone's going to be happy, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood ending happy?
Oh.
No.
I don't know how person is going. I have an idea of what he's going to do because once that's my understanding of what he's going to do.
Yeah. We can't spoil this.
No,
Like,
it's just like hearing it's what they're saying in the story that he wants.
Not you. I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm not doing any conjecture. I'm literally stating the plan that Aaron mentioned in the story, and that's to make sure that no one else can. Which personally sets up, as someone who teaches like in the realm of ethics,
Mhm.
it's pretty momentous decision. Like, okay, are we better off just not having kids? And I have no idea if they've done this yet, but like.
The same effect, the same effect can be reached by going to a barbecue with 15 little kids running around when you're trying to get drunk. So, either way, either you can, that's the ultimate not wanting to have kids, like watching a bunch of other kids running around at a barbecue.
Oh, I was just like,
I'm sorry, was that a reach? Is that a long way to go for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
you're stating that it's basically birth control.
Yeah, there we go.
So basically, everyone in the Attack on Titan world should watch 15 kids.
Right. No. And then do we hear from Cool Kid? Did you? And you're up to date on the reading because you did a whole YouTube series on it.
Catched up with everything, and oh my God, DarkBriton, you really want to make me be like, well, actually,
No, don't be that guy.
no, I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to. It's going to throw you off a little bit when we get a little further on. Let's just say that.
I don't think
I'm
it's
looking forward to it.
a lot. It's a lot.
Ooh, okay. Let's go to the next one here because I just finished watching this. That would be Doctor Stone Wars. Was that season 2, right?
Oh my God, I still haven't seen season 2. I really need it.
It's so much fun.
It's fun. It is a lot of fun, and I will admit, like, Dr. Stone's characters are just like if you've been watching One Piece and a lot of other shonen stuff, it's like it doesn't feel as heavily written, if that makes sense, as far as characters are concerned. But the fun that they have with messing around with like what you could like if you were transported back in time and then had like a science book to make all these like super futuristic changes like with old stuff, they maximize that. They maximize the fun on that in season 2.
I mean,
If you like RPG builders or world builder anime, it's exactly that. It's so much fun. It's basically an isekai, but not an isekai. I love that concept of it. all the things that you can, that they have do, you can really replicate, which is insane. As a biologist and scientist, all of these things that they're doing are
Yep,
and
yep.
they have a judge on.
Wait, what? Do they?
The concept.
Okay,
The
okay.
concept's basically a judge.
Kind of.
Okay, okay.
I
And
mean, oh wait, you want to say something?
well, I just didn't know who else has watched the second season.
Well, I haven't seen the second season. I've completely read over what the second season is. I still need to catch up from the last couple of chapters of the manga.
The last couple of chapters of the manga are we're starting to enter endgame stuff.
Wait,
Oh, wow.
Wait, is anyone else here reading the manga? Oh yeah, you know what I mean when we're basically getting to the end game point. It's crazy. I honestly thought Dr. Stone would last a little bit longer. But
I did too, but we easily ran into like a stalwart with antagonists and antagonization and like that. So I think that's kind of that point of the line.
okay,
Does that make
okay.
sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
You can only have so many replications of what happens when you come to their last country where everything hits the fan. Which I don't want to say anything because it is a spoiler. God damn, am I proud of that country. Just like they stood their ground.
Wow. And then Chase, have you seen Dr. Stone season 2?
Dude, heck yeah, I did. I can't remember what episode it was. They were like rushing towards this cave or something.
Hell,
I don't know why, but like that episode was my favorite thing for like the next 2 weeks after I watched it.
Well,
Yeah.
It was both science because they had made a paper mache tank that was literally like a paper tiger, quite literally. The explosion that sounded like a cannon was supposed to disorient, and I think you have 5 seconds to like disorient an opponent, whether they fight or flight. And it was just they broke it down so masterfully, and you're just like, what's gonna happen? Does anything happen to my baby girl Kohaka, who's now 18? They like,
Yes.
Good job, no.
And we have and do they announce a season 3 for this? Do you know?
It's in production. I don't know when it's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be another season. The pacing is the best part. They're taking their time with it. First season anime was a little bit choppier, but now the anime is a lot smoother, which has much better fun.
Yeah.
Comedy hits a lot better.
Yeah. It's saying summer of 2022.
Ooh, oh, I don't have that much
That's a
longer.
lot closer than I thought.
Oh yeah, I'm so hyped for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drew. You really just
Hey. Research specialist over here. We try to do the best. No. Well, is that everyone good on Dr. Stone?
I'm good.
I mean that's I think that series is gonna keep on kicking. People really like the idea of it. And here is a personal favorite of ours, Mushoku Tensei. We made a Warlord. What did we make? What are we calling that? The Warlord watch list. We made a video on it. It's one of my favorite videos. Yeah, this is going to get. Now this is the first season, but the season 2 trailer just came out, which is really interesting. I'm wondering when exactly that's gonna come out.
I think it's the third. We're already 2 episodes in. I'm
Oh,
waiting
really?
Yeah, it's already kicked off. I'm waiting to get to 3 episodes so I can just have me a nice little hour of just. Let's watch this one anime that I just want to get engrossed in. I don't want to do like 2 episodes and just be like, more! 3. I want 3. Need my Mushoku Tensei.
Man, now I'm trying to spell Mushuko. M-U-S-H? Wait a minute, hold on. M-U-S-H-O-K-U.
Okay, you, yeah.
What? Is it not on... Yeah, okay. Keep it going.
It's not on Crunchyroll, it's only Funimation.
Oh, there we... That's... go.
It's only a Funimation property. Funimation, you bought.
Hell right. Funimation's my favorite, so I'm good.
Well, yeah, because they cater to your horrible English stuff.
Oh my god.
13.
Oh man, we should detract on that for a second. I'm really curious about Chase's wondrous views on Funimation dubcast, like Christian Sabat, so Zoro, Piccolo, Vegeta. We got Gohan, which is Luffy. Yeah, there's Ian Sinclair. We have a lot of really good voice actors that get recycled in the Funimation cast. I just wondered if you agree with me or the wrong person that the dub is good. The dub is good.
Sorry, I like that art in its original intention. Just
The artistic integrity.
Yeah.
I think most dubs are pretty good though.
Pretty good is not good.
Oh!
I mean, I think it depends. Like, you guys ever watch what was it, High School DD?
I have
Yeah.
So High School DD, the dub was way better than the sub. Like factual.
Interesting. I'm just now rewatching High School. So
Yeah.
I may try it out in a subcategory in a.
What?
Well, I can't even pretend to joke about that.
I mean, I want to disagree, but it's factual. The dub is better.
It's factual. Sometimes I just can sit there and read it.
Okay, so what about the baby boy, the golden goose, if you will, One Piece dub versus subbed? Where do we stand on that? Because I'll die on a hill saying the dubcast is really talented in that series. For Funimation.
Are you saying Luffy's voice actor in English is better than his voice
It
actor?
fits his age better. His voice fits his age better in the Funimation cast.
Wow. Okay.
I would say it's about 60-40.
Ooh, okay.
I can appreciate 60-40.
Because I started watching the One Piece anime in dub. I reached, I think, around episode 500 or so. Or is it 300 or so? I think even after Ennis Lobby, I was watching in dub. It was later that I changed to sub.
Oh, I actually did do a nice little timeline my sister helped me out with. So I was introduced to the One Piece dub in 2000.
Oh.
I did start off with, well, it was Toonami. Technically, everything is dubbed in Toonami.
Wait a minute. What arc did you start at? Because it might have been the 4Kids dub.
That's what I was thinking, and that's because you're always complaining about the lollipop and like all that. I'm like, that's the 4Kids.
Oh, I know. But that's what. I'm sorry that the internet forums weren't great in 2005. Excuse me, that the streaming was not up to 2021 standard in 2005. Sorry for being an old nerd.
Wait a minute.
Dialogue.
Go ahead. Go ahead, kid. Hold on. Go ahead, cool kid.
I'm going. Oh, wait. Do you hate anime dubs because of 4Kids? Because 4Kids, I do have to make some bad dubs. I think the only really good one is like Yu-Gi-Oh, but other than that, they're pretty bad. It's just, nowadays dubs are pretty good now. I wouldn't say no modern dub is bad.
I think it is because I grew up in an era where dubs weren't actually the good quality dubs weren't actually put into effect. And by 2007, I was literally just anime dubs only. Back when it was Kiss Anime Net.
Yeah.
That was like the first stream.
Luffy.
That was like the first, or Watch One Piece Online.
Watch 1op.com. Yeah.
Thank you. God, that was how it worked. It took 20 minutes for it to load. But, oh man, when it finally loaded, you could watch like 4 episodes in a row. Oh,
Luffy's attacks, the text was like bubbly. Like they'd make like animation text for it. So it'd be Gamu Gamu no, and they'd write out Gamu Gamu no, and boo, and it was really fun to watch. Yeah. Anyway, and then that's also where I learned the word nakama, is because the translators there wanted to keep some of the Japanese, and
Well, it's similar to the Ino and Neku arc. We read Cat Viper and Dog Storm, but I would much rather just say Ino, Murashi, and Nekomamushi, which is the Japanese way, which you hear it. I mean, it beats what happens when the scanners got a hold of Katakuri's name and start calling it Dog. I'm so glad.
they got bamboozled by it.
That was a little wild. That was a little wild to catch up and be like, you guys are calling him what? Nah, fam. And that's one of the reasons.
Isn't that the translation? Isn't that the translation to Katakuri?
That was, yeah. Sorry, we went on a little tangent from being an old nerd trying to keep up with things. But I do think that a lot of my distaste for the dub does come from, one, watching anime in the early 2000s where everyone was a cartoon character when they were talking in the anime voice. And it's kind of like, dude, I'm watching this for the serious tone and context, as well as the fact that 4Kids just like ruined my understanding of first appreciating a property because it was so different. Like, I didn't have Laboon until I got all the way up to when Brook was introduced. And I'm like, why is everyone freaking out about this dude? When was this whale? And then come to find out that 4Kids cut out the first island.
Yeah, that is so weird. That is so weird. They completely removed Laboon. I don't know why.
I didn't even know that.
That's why I was told that I'm not a scanner, or I don't like the scans, because I only want, when I take in the proper One Piece, I just want one thing. I don't want 8 different interpretations how I grew up. And that's tiring. I'm 33 years old right now. I can't spend 5 hours of my day finding out one interpretation.
Yeah, I get your point.
One of the things, one of the reasons I don't really care whether dub is better than sub is like, I spent half of my life watching in Arabic dub. So
Really?
yeah, so it's like getting something on English dub is like a blessing when you spend almost your whole life watching cartoon in Arabic dub.
Anime.
Like that was the first place I even started learning Arabic because of watching that. So it was like, okay, English is like my second language. I don't really mind. And then English, most of them are so good that you won't even be able to, you won't even realize that this is a Japanese cartoon or stuff like that. So I think it's as bad as people make it to be. Just wait and listen to the Russian dub.
I don't speak Russian, but
We got the Russian dub thrown out. Okay, that is definitely a good little trump card right there. I've had Russian dubs. you have no idea what fear is until you hear Luffy in Russian.
Okay, well, let's keep going with this winter 2021 thing, and I'm looking down the list here, and we do have a few that I know that you guys are gonna watch, but and someone named Chase API is really busting out in the chat here. Let's see. Did you guys hear about the Disney is gonna start streaming anime now? I actually have not seen that. That's from Static Haddock. Someone's mic is low. I think I turned him back up. I think it was Chase. I had it too low, and then I turned you up. So, what about Disney? Do you guys know anything about this? I'm usually the Disney head around here.
Okay. What I'm going to tell you about Disney streaming anime, a lot of people are throwing out like, oh my god, Disney's like, in production with their new anime. No, it's nothing like that. They're just licensing it and distributing it throughout the world. It's kind of like no different. How like you know how the JoJo anime is distributed by Warner Brothers.
And
Yeah, one?
Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. So so it's kind of something like that.
Are they picking up all the Ghibli movies?
I don't
No.
No. I know they had the American license for a long time for it, but it's now it's not in America.
Oh,
I know they're making an anime out of like Disney characters, and they look really sexually charged.
really?
It's a
No,
boys.
they're making
it's an
another
all-boys
Black
school.
Shooter.
Well, the anime that Chase was talking about is an all-boys school, and it's based off of Disney's villains.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been on my radar for 2 weeks. My sister follows it. It's something that Disney's doing in Korea, and after they did, hey, we're doing the Star Wars anime, internet melted. Disney was like, holy crap, we can get money out of these nerds.
Right.
So now they're doing that. So I could see them testing the waters with the Disney property. That's like Pretty Boys in High School. That's gonna be there. That's gonna explode. My sister loves. Thank you. That's gonna explode. The Star Wars thing is gonna explode. And it's funny because like Crunchyroll's been rolling out these originals for like 2 years now, and it's only had 1, maybe 2 good ones. And now Disney's is just like, let's just take all the things we know you like and give it great story, great animation, and great voice actors.
I don't know. Like,
So
If we get a Kingdom Hearts anime, I'm gonna lose.
they did that with Final Fantasy. Why not?
Not bad. I think in like the mid 2000s they were actually going to make a Kingdom Hearts. I don't remember the reasoning. They turned it down for some unproduced pilot instead. So yeah.
I'm part of the demographic that played Kingdom Hearts 2 as a teenager and waited 10 years for the third. So I'm not necessarily.
How did we like?
I'm not necessarily the most, like,
How did
patient one in that regard.
how did we like the third Kingdom Hearts? I thought it was fine.
It was fine.
I thought it was a
It's
fun
confusing.
game. I like Kingdom Hearts, even though half the time I don't understand what the fuck's going on. But I still like it, even by the end. I don't get Sora's dead or alive, or if we're going to Final Fantasy 13 versus. Whatever.
Yeah, of course, Kingdom Hearts becomes the next Final Fantasy. And just never ends. Which, as someone who's always played Final Fantasy, I have no problem.
Do be like that. I don't know. Well, we have to. What I was getting at is we have to talk about One Piece's anime this year. Like this season of One Piece has
Yeah.
completely gone above and beyond anything, any season they've done before, right? Like this is like succinctly the best produced, looking, on time, right? Hasn't it been going on every week? Like this, they are churning out
We were on
episodes.
break this week.
Oh, well, except for that.
Very funny.
The anime's on break? I didn't watch the anime last night. I didn't know.
Well, that's why you could.
I forgot. Well, anyway. Well, besides that last point that I made out of thin air.
No, to your point though, what they did in Wano, Odin's flashback still gives me the cups and the march on the Nigashima. Oh, give me this one right now. It's everything is good on point. I'm glad that the anime is flushing out the things that everyone respectably and rightfully so were frustrated that we skipped. Again, to the comment that was happening in our Discord earlier about like the One Piece community, all this dragging or all this rushing. I'm happy that the One Piece anime is like, let's just flush out literally everything that Oda didn't give the manga. So I'm having a really good time watching. This has been the first since the Return to Sabbath, where the One Piece watching experience is truly better in the anime than the in my opinion.
Chase, have you watched the season of One Piece?
I have not. No.
I always forget how far are you, because you're not are you up to date with the manga, or are you no, how far are you in?
I've just been slacking, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
How
I kinda
how
know what's going on.
Oh yeah. Well, how far did you get?
I just finished Poke.
Dude, you are on
Oh,
the home stretch. You're on the home stretch.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
almost
let's not pressure anyone. Some people just want to live in a world where they can still binge one thing. Like
Exactly.
I don't
understand that.
I love those people. I completely understand it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good world to live in, where you can be like, what do I want to do today? Nothing.
Yeah,
I just want to read it an hour, 2, 3 hours.
Exactly. One Piece is almost over. It's been my childhood anime. I'm not ready for it. I'm just stop filing it.
Here's the deal though.
Yeah.
When you catch up though, and you're on the week to week train, then you unlock a whole subgenre of YouTube, which is YouTube One Piece theories. Okay, and this year O'Hara just made one that got up to 4 million views on what he thinks the One Piece is. Okay.
That thing blew up like wildfire. That was really
That one.
Yeah, but that is I think that would be a great reward for getting up to date, is you get to see these like crazy connection videos, and I think that's probably my favorite part about the whole series, is watching those.
I don't think that's fair, actually. Just how
Yeah,
everyone else does
the
it.
actual manga itself, nah. The series.
Yeah, Oda. But the theories, hell right. Yeah.
The world that Oda has created.
I don't know. The connection is what makes me love One Piece, so that's why I like to watch, detailed videos on how little things interact with each other.
The fact that it's still happening over 1,000 chapters in, like the tie-ins that we're getting to like the first chapter, it truly makes it's mind-blowing.
Yeah. So and also the season of One Piece has been crazy. Go ahead, Sagreen. Sorry.
that is not human. He's an alien.
Which one?
Telling you, Oda is from Jupiter.
Oh, I see.
I mean, Oda must be same kind of vampire that what's JoJo's boxer's name again? Araki.
I hope
Araki
so.
never ages.
Then he can take another form and start like 2 Piece later on. As long as as long as it's only Luffy and Boa's kid, the little girl, I love it.
Oh yeah, I want to see Luffy.
Oh, whoa. So you don't think it's going to be Luffy and Boa shit?
No.
I mean, okay, I'm going to stop you there. Personally, I don't think Oda is going to ship anyone with anyone really.
Right.
This is all just. We all are thankful that there are no ships.
I'm fighting for my life out here. Listen, I want Boa and Luffy.
Because like One Piece is that like I just do not see any of like the Straw Hats like hooking up with another person. Well, other than Sanji maybe. Other than Sanji, everything else I'm like, nah. Actually, my chopper.
I could see Sanji and Nami having, when everything is said and done and we're literally crying on screen because it's the last chapter, I could see like flashing forward to like Sanji and Nami and Sanji chasing around the little girl. I could see.
Okay.
See, Chopper and Robin continuing traveling together. Hashtag Runaway Camp.
Wait, hold on. Nami opens up an orphanage at the end of the series, just like Gurren Lagann, because her and Nojiko, they have a great fundamental whatever. They take care of children in their arcs when they can, right? Like
They do.
Punk Hazard. Anyway, that's all. And Momo, I guess. Anyway, she opens the orphanage. Luffy dies at the end of the series, right? Everyone knows that. So. And Sanji and the 3 Pudding.
Pudding.
You think Sanji's gonna end up with Pudding?
Yes.
Okay.
think so. I always
I'm
think
going to
so.
stop you. I'm going to stop you. Well, at least for Brand here, because I know you think it's like, oh yeah, it's the after everything's said and done, a couple of Straw Hats throwing things together. I personally think
Runaway canceled.
After the story ends, are going to be like separated from each other. Like Sanji's doing something in the other part of the world, Nami's doing something else. So I don't think any of the Straw Hats are going to get together.
If anyone has any other thoughts to that, go ahead and jump in so we can, because I'm going to jump back into winter anime because we're 45 minutes in and we haven't talked about it.
Zoro and Robin. Zoro and Robin.
Wait a minute, what the hell is this? Hashtag Runaway canceled?
Dude, Jay, did this Chase Ape? Yeah. What the hell?
Canceled for the stream.
Studio Ghibli's ugly.
Anyway.
Alright.
So,
I got the next
that
one.
was a good discussion. So go ahead and let's talk about a few more and then let's run on to spring.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we also have. Oh my God! It's.
I love slime isekai. Okay.
Yes, to be reincarnated as a slime. I'm reading it in Japanese right now, so I kind of forget what its English name is right now.
Oh, Tenshi Shirta Slime Data.
That one time I was reincarnated as a slime, season 2. I've only watched 5 episodes of this, but
It's so much fun.
Is it? I got a little bored. I think.
That's fair. It is an RPG world builder type of thing, so I could see for you it being very slow, like a slow burn. But
Dude.
you're seeing them build their own town and this island.
Dude, it's reached a like how much more scientific are they? They're, you know what I mean? Like how much more development? It just feels like they've already reached the pinnacle, the goal. So it just doesn't even feel like it's worth that much, even if they get more improvements and stuff. I don't know. It just doesn't feel.
It's all about the characters. Granted, Rimuru is the main. He is, for me personally, I am just now starting to like tolerate him because he's very innocent, and if something happens where he doesn't look human, thank you. Lots of other things that I could throw out there, but I do highly advise of all the anime that we'll be talking about from spring. This is the one that Mushoku Tensei is the biggest one that is my number 1. This is tied for my number 2 because there's one that we're not going to really talk about, but I love it. It's called Heaven's Design Team. It's way further down. No one really watched it, but it's an amazing anime and it has a great cover. But that's not even good. But Heaven's Design Team is one of my top 3 from spring, along with Slime.
Anyone else have anything on that one time I was reincarnated as a slime, or is it just Britt and I that watched it?
I mean, I haven't finished season 1 yet, so yeah.
Copy.
That's fair.
All right. Well,
You want to watch ReZero?
let's go to ReZero.
Oh my God, ReZero, please don't remind me I need to watch that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you on that one, Cool Kid. I think I watched season 1 a very long time ago.
I have not
Baby
seen
girl
the
room
whole
is right
thing.
there now. Unboxing video will be coming soon. One of the best demons in anime, right there, my girl.
You mean waifu?
She can be both. 2021.
Okay, sure. Whatever you say.
Has anyone else seen season 2 of ReZero?
I rated this. I should probably give my ratings too. I think I gave this a 9.
Oh, so you really liked it, but there's one thing you didn't.
Oh yeah.
What didn't you like about it? You didn't give it a 10.
There are very few things that I give a 10. Mushoku Tensei is a 10. It's things that I have an emotional, personal response to are 10. Things that are absolutely amazing, but I don't have that, like, I'm going to be talking about this and thinking about this for the next week kind of thing. I didn't really have that many times from Mushoku. I had that a lot from Mushoku.
Yeah.
The butt joke from Mushoku Tensei when he's just like, knocks on it, it's like, I'm scared! Later. I was laughing about that for, hey, plastic green. I was laughing.
He doesn't like that.
Okay. So season 2 is a recommend, but not as good as season 1, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one, which I think you and I watched an episode, I know, of Wonder Egg Priority. I think I got through 3 episodes.
I loved it up until the final 3 episodes. It didn't stick the landing.
So you watched all 12?
Yep.
7 out of 10?
I gave it an 8.
It's a bad acid trip. It's you know, you make sure the lights are on when you're watching this show because it is freaking creepy.
Well, it talks about a subject. It talks about suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And then personally, as someone who works with young adults, it talks about it in a way that's very digestible. That makes you able to have a conversation. After watching this, you can have a conversation with someone you love about that much more personal issues. So this is it's a recommendation for anyone who wants more of a deeper psychological thriller. But again, for me personally, which is why I bumped it.
Good concept, storyline bad. How do we like that?
I think that's
Anyone else watch this?
I mean, I haven't watched it, but like people keep recommending it to me, but they're like, okay, you gotta watch it. I'm like, why? You gotta watch it.
You just gotta watch the first episode. You're gonna get it, I think.
This is like the most I've got explained to this anime, so.
She's like in a bad dream, and she's rescuing people that aren't feeling great. Something like that.
the way I'm
saying.
Okay. Let's speed run a couple of these then, because I want to go to Skate. Because you said that you watched Skate, and
me and my sister just started Skate. We just finished the first episode. Apparently, me and you have 2 different understandings. So
I skateboard. Well, I haven't in a few months. Okay, give me 8. I haven't been to the skate park in 8 months. Okay, but I do identify with skate culture, and I thought that we were really going to get something here. And the first episode is them riding a skateboard on a dirt track. It's like, what? This isn't skateboarding. This is Goofy Movie 2, an extremely goofy movie. You know what I'm talking about? Like when they're doing the X Games.
Don't diss that movie.
It's a good movie, but it's not representing skate culture. It's representing ESPN skate culture, right? It's like put your helmet on, everyone be safe. We're gonna do 900s on the half pipe with Tony Hawk. Give him a high five and go home and drink a apple juice. You know, like this isn't like people are doing heroin on skateboards. That's what I wanted to see. No, okay, not that extreme, but like.
Awesome. I love it. Cultural depiction breakdown samurai. I like it. If you enjoy it, well, it's fair. I enjoy it just because it reminds me of our dynamic between me and Drew. Manga and Ranky do remind me of how we work together. One's a goddamn spaz. So like, okay, I'll do it.
You're right.
I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I'll do it. Like the understanding that someone's going from skateboarding, from snowboarding to skateboarding. Really interesting dynamic. Kid comes from Canada. Overall, I just dig the first episode. It's not going to be it's very heavy on like the dude bros as the main characters, so a lot of pretty boys kind of thing. Perfect. Nothing wrong with that.
Have you
overall,
seen?
Skate, excited for it.
Have you seen Lords of Dogtown by any chance?
That's from a minute ago, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that in college. Like that.
Dude, he sends the girlfriend outside the window, and like, it was just a wild movie. It was cool. I liked it.
But before we go on to spring,
I got one more for winter, if that's okay. Just one more.
you got one more. I've got one. That's technically 2 that I want to pimp out that are really fun.
Okay.
What's your one?
Beastars. I really liked Beastars. I thought it's a little bit of civil rights activism in there, a little bit of like this whole Zootopia. It's good, and it's hot. I don't know what to tell you. Like they're having sex. They're hot to each other. They're getting hotel rooms together.
Oh
they're biting people. Like, there's definitely a sexual furry element to this that we can't, not describe, because usually anime doesn't get this poignant with its sex. Like, you're not like actually fucking, making love to a
What
woman.
anime are you watching?
What? Wait a minute. Dude, main characters in anime never get laid. Never. Think of a main character to get laid. Did Spike Lee ever get laid? No. Goku and Naruto? Yes, they did. Okay, I'll give you that one. No, Goku and Naruto did get laid. But they don't like go into the bedroom with Naruto and Hinata like I'm scared. He's like, don't worry, baby. This is the first time, and I'm scared too. Okay, it doesn't get that hot and heavy. It's not like that. But Beastars goes there. Beastars goes there.
I don't know how to tell you this, but shonen, it's for anime for older boys, not for adults.
Oh man, Baki got laid.
Who?
Everyone in Dragon Ball Z got laid.
Right. I said Goku and Naruto, so hopefully that gets me out of that one.
Anyway, so on the aspect of biology, which is very fun.
I'm not a furry.
I will. I am going to throw out Cells at Work and Cells at Work Black. It is so much fun. I do like a lot of I do like a lot of educational anime, just get fucking me. So Cells at Work and Cells at Work Black, I would highly recommend. Dear God.
I'm having a feeling you might be... Oh, wait. I got something funny. It's not samurai Drew anymore. It's furry Drew.
I can explain.
Can we officially change samurai Drew to furry?
I'm doing a wedding photo booth today, and they gave me some props, and one of them's a big furry mask.
That oddly looks a lot like the main character from Beastars. Cool. Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, kind
Main
of.
character from Beastars is a wolf, right?
Oh, man.
Degenerate. Runaway cancel.
Yeah.
After that wonderful hour, let's try and speed up the next two seasons. So, spring 2021, top of the list, the big three that people are talking about, at least from the spring: My Hero Season 5, Tokyo Revengers, which I never got into, and Tetsu no Aratana, which is not Promised Man, but crap. I used to talk about this all the time, but it's the one where the person dies like all the time, and To Your Eternity.
I only got one on this list I've seen.
So To Your Eternity, everyone watched. I did. I started. I stopped the first episode. It's too sad. Did anyone watch To Your Eternity?
Being honest, I've never heard of that anime.
It's amazingly written. Its graphics is amazing, outstanding, but it's not. Did anyone touch it?
Nah.
Sure, I'll let y'all talk about Tokyo Revengers, and I'll just bow out. I'm not a time travel person. I know a lot of y'all were into Tokyo Revengers.
I haven't watched it, so I'm also.
God, this is like the worst. God.
Hey, look. I suck at watching new things.
No one's watching
It
anything.
was Bullet that was really hot.
Right.
I thought a lot of y'all, everyone else did too, but it's not. Okay.
Anyone else?
Tokyo Revengers is pretty good.
Okay. We have had someone who watched it.
Hey.
I watched it. It was good. I mean, that's about it. It's a solid 7 out of 10.
Solid 7.
Whoa, that's a one episode watch right there. It sounds like I'd do a one episode just to get the gist of it.
I would say I think it's at least 4 episodes to really get into it.
Okay.
The first episode was kind of boring, in my opinion. I think I was in the hospital at the time, so I had nothing better to do. Yeah, it was alright.
I might watch it. when I actually start watching new things.
At some point. What about, did anyone else watch last season of My Hero?
I haven't watched the last season of My Hero.
Oh my
but
gosh.
I'm caught up with the manga.
Dude, is my hero taking a dip or what? Nobody's fired up on My Hero, at least that I've seen lately.
What? I
Is
know
it
that
too
that-
early?
season was very
I'm
campy
surprised
and then
because
not a lot happened.
the My Villain arc is fantastic. I love My Villain,
Okay.
but no one was talking about it.
Well, everyone, let's be honest about the complexities of the My Hero fan base. They're not the ones who are interested in My Hero. So they want it to be nice and campy and all wholesome, and no thank you.
So I guess you're
not
not
what
going
we
to
thought.
like season 6, and when everything changes.
Horikoshi's gonna get death. I have a very good feeling. I have a very bad feeling.
I mean, as someone who's caught up with the manga, basically when season 6 happens and when everything hits the shit, because I won't spoil it, but there's a moment where basically everything changes.
That's great. You know what I think My Hero could in what do you call that? Hindsight, their whole like exam arcs, like where they're playing games and stuff. I feel like that's the weakest parts of the seasons. It's like,
Exactly.
please,
But the
please.
diehards- But the diehards on the characters who like attack people online, who's probably gonna come back to this stream.
Hopefully, then we get some viewers.
They absolutely love the cuteness of everything. That's what got them into it, and they're gonna have a very rough time when season 6 is just like, all that cutesy stuff from season 1, 2, and 3. We're never going there.
Yeah.
Especially where we are in the current manga, because that's not happening. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate that stuff, but I do think it gets way more interesting whenever shit like My Villain or when it gets off the training arc shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. So those are the big 3 from this past season. And then there's a lot of things that we'll saw. Do you want to start off with anything else?
Yes. Very specifically, Shaman King's revamp. And I haven't watched all of them. I watched I think 18 of them though, which is a pretty good number. And it's boring but not bad, which is a criticism I have for a lot of them. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I completely forgot freaking Shaman King came out. Why haven't I watched it? I really want to watch that one. I love Shaman King.
But it's not like they're revamping it. It's not like, because 4Kids did it. It's very cheesy, really like, there's like music in the, it's like a bunch of like, like beats on the jokes that they try to tell. They do get rid of those, but overall, it's not they're not like adultating it, right? They're not like making it like more gritty or anything like that. They're just telling the story smoother in this version, which I appreciate, but also maybe I wasn't a Shaman King fan all along then.
Well, also, one, you're just talking about the English stuff, and two, if you were, let's say, talking about Japanese for both version, I know the only reason why they're making this anime is because the original anime ended in a, filler ending.
Really?
Yeah, so basically it's like, okay, let's just, finish the way it should have been, like with Soul Eater one day.
So it's like Shaman King Brotherhood?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, basically.
They got the brotherhood treatment.
Dude, we got to make 2 Brotherhood references in one video. This is a wonderful day. Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, Shaman King has a great style to it. I really like Japanese warrior culture anyway. So I think it has firm legs to stand on, and maybe I'll give it more of a chance. Maybe I'll just keep on powering through the episodes and see if I can really like it. So
I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did the Grand Cool Kid and Chase, were there anything from spring that you all really enjoyed,
Speaking of things that got the Brotherhood treatment, Fruits Basket, if anyone likes
I
Fruits
love you
Basket.
for that. Thank you. Thank you.
What is it?
I cried every single.
Dude,
It was
I mean,
okay.
I think I watched first watched Fruit Basket when I was like in third grade or something. So I was really happy it finally came back.
Can I get
I'm sorry.
can I get a spelling for that? Can I get a spelling for that?
Before you ITF.
Oh.
Just Fruit.
Oh, fruits basket.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't hear you. That's I was like, what? Basket. Yeah.
Finish that.
It's the number 9 on the list, but it's number 4 overall rated from Mount. It has a 9.07. Back when it first
yeah.
ended, it had a 9. It had a 919, and then the Brotherhood bands went and downvoted.
Yeah, because then at one point it got like
It was number one. It was number 1 for Mount. It was beautiful. I took a screenshot of that. It was so
man,
Oh, you need to send it.
I can't believe Fruit Basket it got the same ranking as what was it? What was that one last season? Not last season, but like God, I'm forgetting the other one that got number 1.
Oh, you talking about the joke thing that Nux did about interspecies reviewers.
Interspecies.
Excuse me.
Actually, no joke. I
It's
actually
really
legitimately really like it. It's actually,
It's really good.
yeah, it's honestly surprisingly good.
It's just bros just rating like.
Oh, I have another one. On that list. Oh.
Real quick, any last thoughts on Fruit Basket?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I love it. Fruit Basket is just objectively the greatest anime to watch.
What?
It's true. I said it. It's true. I back him up on it. As someone who watched it in high school when he was there, thanks for pointing that one out. I was waiting for it to come back, and it came back in 17. Watched it, comparing it to my first experience. And ever since then, I have grown as a human being watching this. I cannot recommend this enough. As someone who would love to like show this in class and trying to figure out a way of showing some Fruit Basket stuff in class, it's amazing. Character development, character development, writing, pacing, structure. The turn at the end of the last season with the baddie and how that actually painted a lot of structure into everything. It actually plays into how we're viewing Yamato right now. Really good. I'm man enough to admit that this show made me cry every season.
I can't believe that. Guys, have you ever, Gurren Lagann, we have a lot of anime here to consider before even speaking the words that...
Like what?
Fruits...
Fruit Basket.
Look. I'll just say,
One Piece, Gurren Lagann, okay? We got Samurai Champloo, okay? We got
You only said one anime that's better. You only said, man. He said one anime that's better so far.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. So, okay, there you go. Wait, which one did you agree with?
I'll just say this. Just guys say your favorite, not the best.
No,
People
objectively
argue
the
about the
greatest
best all
anime.
the time.
It's literally in the
That's
top
why
5
whenever-
now, and it just came out 4 months ago.
Yeah,
Sorry,
objectively.
that's objective.
Yeah.
Hey man,
It's a fact,
hey
bro.
man. This is the internet. Where opinions don't exist. Everything has to be an objective fact.
Yes, it is in a weighted system against anime that have been out for years, and in 4 months, not only took the top spot, got downgraded because people are seeing it. Still was able to maintain that with not as many people watching.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's true, but I
It's fine. You guys are just biased. It's fine. Move on.
They're just bros who don't want to talk about feelings.
Exactly.
I know, honestly.
I love Fruit
Oh, man.
Basket.
Team
But
Soma
I
for life.
cannot agree with saying the objective best anime. I don't think there is.
People really like Family Guy, and that's an opinion. And you can like Fruits Basket, whatever you guys want,
If you guys actually legitimately like Family Guy, I cannot be friends.
No. Not Family Guy.
Dude, Family Guy is actually the greatest.
It is the best show out on Fox right now.
The greatest thing coming out of Fox.
I one time someone was defending Family Guy and they said, "Yes, Family Guy. It's just one of those things you can turn your brain off and just watch it." It's like, yeah, those.
That's me. That's me.
I would say that would be.
We can go back to the conversation when we talked about Futurama.
Anyway,
A better show.
Futurama's better than Family
Dude,
Hey,
legitimately,
argument, though?
no joke, Futurama's the only comedy show I want to see more of.
they're all busted.
Guy. All of it. But speaking of busted, any busted shows from the spring season that y'all want? That anyone wants to bring up?
I'm going to start vibrating here. It's so good. Okay.
What?
Hold on. I don't know why I said that. Okay, hold on. Kingdom. Have you guys seen Kingdom? The
I
CG.
have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's CG up the waz, but it's for a very important reason that it has to be CG and drawn at the same time. Because this show focuses upon 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 person battles. And so the whole series is about stratagem and how to outmaneuver armies that are twice as big as yours, but with different flanking techniques and different fortifications. You can defeat, 2 times, 3 times the amount of people that you have. And that's a
Yeah, but
kingdom.
That came out in 2016.
What's that?
That came out in 2016.
The 3rd season debuted in the spring 2021 mix here. So we got a few, a little down on the list.
Yeah, it's way down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about the anime, but I always hear great things about the manga, and people downgrade the anime, so I don't know if this season's that good, so
Well, what I like about this season is they're leaning more upon drawing and less on CG, so that when you're getting the important character beats, when like dialogue, they switch to the drawn art style, and then when they're doing the big battles, then they switch to the CG style. In the 1st and 2nd season, they leaned way more into the CG because they already had the character design, or the renders or whatever, the character models. Yeah, there you go. And
Rated below Shin Chan.
it's really good. I promise you, it's good.
I'm sorry, anything that's below Shin Chan and Boruto, I'm a little skeptical of.
I mean, okay, one, I can agree with the Boruto backing too. I've never seen Shin-Chan, so...
I have, but I also saw Shin Chan in 2008. The fact that it's still going on is insane.
Is no one?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Isn't that anime with the little boy?
Eight clothes where it somehow it keep going. I don't know why.
That makes no sense. But I apologize, Drew. I thought you were just like freeballing there, and I did not realize it was actually in part of that sprint.
No one else has watched Kingdom?
No.
No, I've never seen it.
What?
I've
Been on my
reading the
radar for
manga.
a while. It's been on my radar for a while now, but since I've not got to even watching anime for in the last like 3 months or so.
You just been reading?
You're just along for the ride.
Well,
Yeah.
One Piece, of course.
Except for
No,
one.
even One Piece. I've not watched One Piece. I think since August or so. Or was it July or August?
I'm trying to narrow down this list.
Why was Drew so surprised?
Did you see that? I was hovering over the disconnect button on you, Sagreen.
And there we go.
No, definitely watch. Jeez Louise. Yeah, go ahead.
There are still a lot of things from this season that I did at least want to shout out. The 2 biggest ones would be Odd Taxi and Moriarty the Patriot. Moriarty the Patriot is backward. This is a 10 out of 10. I gave this a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
That it had that type of. I still talk about the loops and all, the intrigue and the dialogue, and then I also gave Odd Taxi a 10 out of 10. That's why I'm shouting those out as far as spring 2021 to watch, because both of them, Odd Taxi will appeal to Drew's furry sensitive taste.
Hold on.
Hashtag not furry.
And then, yeah,
I just think wolves are cool. Okay.
with your furry hat. And then Moriarty.
Hashtag not furry.
For me, 10 out of 10 for the spring season. Was there some other good ones? Megalobox was good, didn't stick the landing.
Season 2 did not stick.
Oh my god, you're forgetting about there was a season 2.
It was, if they would have stopped it at episode 10, I would have been happy, but it is what it is. And then Vivi Florette Eye Song. Amazing animation and story. And then 86 is just Spring was heavy. It wasn't as crazy as winter. Much better than summer, but summer for me, there was 2 or 3 that were amazing. But any other from the spring showcase that y'all were interested in, at least wanted to discuss, talk about?
Yeah, we did. I mean, just because we did the episode on it, we did see a few of what are the? Oh man, Demon Fox person. We did with Secret of My Art. Yashahime. We saw a few of that. Did that? Was that?
Yashahime came out. Yashahime first aired in fall of 2020.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Well, I mean, I know season 2, but I think it's either starting or about to go on.
It just started.
Okay, yeah, I need to catch up.
Well, that's how you know that the anime are out, because we're getting natural people finding Yashahime and Mushoku Tensei because they're currently airing, which is really cool. We're getting people finding the channel through those that are currently airing.
We should probably talk about Visions since that came out. Star Wars. Star Wars Visions came out with some great anime studios. I just want to talk about the Trigger episode, which is the one where there's like a brother and sister, and they're fighting for one of the Star Wars stones.
That's the current season, right?
What's that?
That's the current season.
Oh, can't we talk about? Well, we go from spring to now, right? Yeah.
Well, we still have summer. Did anyone?
Let's go through summer. Summer.
To be fair,
anyone
this
have-
is a comment. To be fair, this is a comment that says talk about Vision.
Let me.
So,
I,
real quick, did anyone have any other thoughts from any of the shows from spring 2021?
I haven't. I haven't seen anything in summer 2021.
You did not watch Kobayashi? Kobayashi's amazing.
What?
Never heard of
Miss
it.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's a. I did. I watched the first season.
You watch
The second season is
Kobayashi.
just
Oh my God.
amazing. Please, if anyone out there is listening to this, watch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I watched it was the first season was when I really started getting back into anime. It was like 16, 17. And then this next season, oh my god, they've introduced the most adorable characters. I just love everything. So you didn't watch anything from summer?
I'm looking down this list.
I don't think I watched not one summer anime apparently.
Wait, does Jujutsu Kaisen count as spring or last year?
It was fall of last year.
And I didn't watch anything new since fall of last year.
I love how the oldest one here is just like, damn kids need to watch it.
Well, no, the only thing that they've really been hyping up as far as Funimation events go is, definitely the Demon Slayer new season. I know that's the one right now, but we might as well switch to now if we don't know anything on this
real
list.
Quick, I'll shout out. Let me shout out the top 3, I guess, since I don't have that much time. And we're already moving on. So, Idaten's No Peace is done by MAPPA. Absolutely fantastic. It's a little gory, it's very, very dark, but it involves gods in the modern day and how they deal with troubles. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, 10 out of 10, absolutely loved it. Elma is life, that's all I can say. And only third one that I could, if there's one last one that I could shout out from this season, I'd have to give it to Case Study of Moriarty. Pretty boys, vampires, but still very fun. Alright, now we can move on That's fall 2020. None of you Philippines watch anything.
Well, you're about to be a Philistine, and I don't know if I'm using that word right. So I don't know. I don't actually know what Philistine means. So I don't know, what context that means. But I'm sure it means someone who's not cultured. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Visions had some great Star Wars anime revisions. The first episode being a CGI black and white old western shootout at noon, and it was cool as cool could be. And it was a great first episode for that series.
Yeah.
Star Wars plus umbrella lightsaber plus like actual katana looking like
lightsaber.
it was so cool.
Like, okay. I do have to say this. Out of all the episodes I've watched, I think the first episode, it is like, it is just absolutely my favorite because it literally is like, okay, let's remix Star Wars with the classic samurai film.
The black and white and only putting in red and the colors of the lightsabers was the best touch they could have possibly done.
Yeah, dude. So cool.
And then the second episode, not so good. I think it was something about like a rock concert or something, and it was like really kiddish, and I think they missed the mark on that one. They hired a dub actor that couldn't sing. The whole thing was that they're in a rock band, and the dub actor was missing notes. And usually all those voice actors are actually like music minors, right? You always hear about acting and music, like a 1-on-1. And they couldn't find one in the bag. Are you kidding me? Like, anyway. So I think the second one was the biggest disappointment, but the rest of the series was good in my book. Let's see. Well,
I
it just
found it and added it to my list. So.
okay. We can skip forward. I mean, they're just a bunch of one-off stories. But we have to mention. And when I use the loose sense of anime, okay, I think anime is anything cartoony with a Japanese sense of style, and therefore you gotta put in the What If series from Marvel, because they just did a 7-episode arc basically where they bring in the Avengers from different universes. For instance, Captain America is a girl. She's Captain America's love interest in the films. I forget what her name is. Captain Carter. Gets the serum instead of Steve Rogers. Anyway, they bring a whole team together. Really great series, and I don't know. It was just I just thought that it was beautiful. But it sounds like none of you guys have watched this.
I watched it. I definitely watched it.
I've got a question, Drew. Did they bring Thor?
Yes, they have Party Thor. So this is the Thor without a brother.
Okay, and wait, what?
It's if Loki didn't grow up with Thor. Thor was just a spoiled only child.
Okay, so Thor is there, Loki is not there. And how many episodes is it?
Loki's still there, but you'll see. There's 7 episodes, I believe, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
All
I think
right.
there's 9. There's 9.
9 episodes.
Okay, I mean,
I thought it was fantastic. How'd you feel about it, Chase?
I liked it. There is certain parts where I just got out of it for a couple of days, or I would just watch it late because I just felt like there was no point in me watching them. But they were fun. They were fun.
Did you watch the last 2 episodes? Did you watch the last 2 episodes?
Watch them up.
Okay, cool.
Well, the last 2 episodes were fine. I'm more me like just kind of in the middle. I got bored a few times. I would just like wait a week to watch them. But yeah, they were fun. I like the Marvel Zombies one the most because that was one of my favorite comics. Did Spider-Man get put on the last Avengers team at the end? I forgot. Nah.
What the heck?
yes.
I think the only Avengers we know and love who are on that final team was Thor.
Right, and then Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah,
Captain America.
Well,
maybe, yeah, I guess.
Well, I think what we're trying to say is that they're not really close to our version. Like they're kind of like a weird sociopathic version.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I haven't seen it. I've heard that What Ifs is a really mixed bag kind of series.
Is it?
Like from what I hear, it's like it's it's not like, consistently good. It's more, there's a lot of good and bad, and it goes kind of all over the place from what I hear.
I think only the first episode was bad.
I'm not a big Captain America fan in the first place.
Yeah, me neither. Well, yeah, me neither. But they did. The first episode was just them doing the first Captain America movie again. So
Right.
yeah, it was alright. It was good.
Party Thor was my favorite episode. I thought that one was just so fun. He's my favorite character, anyway. Ragnarok is the best Marvel movie of all time.
It's not good that far.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, Marvel is looking up. We got a lot of fun things with Marvel, but it's not anime, so we might as well. I don't know how to. I really want to start making Marvel stuff because I've been really into Marvel lately. Not more than One Piece, but pretty damn close. I think I watched just as many Marvel theory things as like One Piece theories. So, I don't know. Let's see. Anything else new going on, anime wise?
Anything else going on? Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have-
Go ahead.
A lot of people are talking about Blue Period, which is number one for this season for some reason. But at the same time, Mushoku Tensei just came out, a few episodes out. That Takok Destiny, I'm having fun watching. It's about music in this world kind of thing. There's a lot of interesting aspects that are going on.
I just remembered one more thing. Anime, not anime. Cartoon with anime features in it, which would be Amazon's feature. What was that? Impossible? No.
Invincible.
Invincible. Oh my god. Invincible is insane in the brain. Like, really good. Comes off as a cheesy Teen Titans kind of vibe to it, and then turns it on its head, and all of a sudden you're watching The Boys, if you know what that is, which is like a messed up Superman. And the first episode nails it out of the park. And like, you're watching something in the beginning, and then the end of the first episode, it completely changes the game. And I think that series has the most potential as far as like an American cartoon goes, is Invincible this year.
So, when did this became Samurai Drew wants to talk about American costumes? I was like, okay, I can put my disbelief for, like, what if. I'm like, okay, what if might be. But now you're putting Invincible. No, that's an American cartoon. That's an American cartoon, bro.
Okay. If it's smooth animation with fight scenes, I think it has anime style.
Okay. Then why don't I talk about what's that one cartoon I was watching recently? The Owl House.
The Outhouse sounds like.
Owl House? Wait, the Owl House? Wait, the Owl House has smooth fight scenes?
Yeah, when it gets really it's not every episode, but some, the big ones they get super clean animation.
Well,
So, like, yeah.
I'm looking at their hair. It is anime inspired. They have big eyes. Their hairstyle's cool, and
Okay, so what? Like, is every single.
I think reference anime a lot more than you would think.
no, maybe you're like, where do we draw the line? You know.
Like, is the TV universe also anime?
No. Fuck
Yes. No. Okay. I'll give up that.
I like the Owl House. I love to talk about it, but I'm not going to do it here.
Your Owl House thing. I'm thinking I'm hating on the art here. It's a little bit bubbly and cute looking for me.
Oh man, shit, man. I didn't know you hate Moe anime.
You gotta do. No, okay. Well, either way, okay, listen. Invincible's good, okay? That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying you're trying to find excuses.
I think where's the line get drawn from what's an anime? Like, come on, you gotta say Avatar is anime inspired.
Yeah, but
I
There's
don't
a difference
think.
between anime inspired and anime.
Right.
Do you really think? Like, look, I like Invincible, but there's no way in hell it's anime inspired. It's definitely comic book inspired.
Okay. Okay, how? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't really want to make this point, but frick it, I'm already here. So like the it's not episode to episode, right? There's actually like a long storyline, and that's not very common with cartoons. Even Samurai Jack hardly did that. Like,
Well, I think cartoons these days are very story.
I'm going to stop you there because go back to the fight. Owl House Boy. All entirety of season 2 has been nothing but to drive the story.
oh, really? Okay.
Owl House season 1 was kind of basically season 2 was like, you know what? Yeah, let's just make every episode contribute to the larger plot point.
Yeah, but that's quite like every cartoon these days, where they just focus more on story.
Well, yeah, basically, yes, except for like, I don't know, was it Green, whatever?
Huh?
So, what language like is the original voice acting? The main voice acting. English
Don't answer that question.
and anime.
Dang.
What about Visions? Visions was animated as American dub, right?
Well, actually, I think it was produced all in Japanese first. So that's why if you look at the Japanese dub, it's a lot more synced than the English.
Okay. You know, that might be a good way to put... Man, but I love the idea of putting Avatar amongst the anime lists. I just like doing that.
Please no.
I don't have a problem with Avatar being on there.
Oh my god.
You add one, you
Maybe
gotta
the
add them all.
stream is Avatar anime and just watch our comment section just blow the hell up.
Oh man.
Like
Okay, Samurai Jack.
I love Samurai Jack.
That's very anime inspired.
Well, I think it's more based on like the classic samurai Japanese movies and stuff than anime. It has some kind of intersection between them, but
That's a fair enough.
So we want to go into the last arc of this podcast, right? We want to like maybe in podcast. I don't know why I'm calling it that, but we want to go final questions, right? Which I kind of just had a thought is that we're getting hyped on describing what an anime is, and then we're talking about the shows, rating them. Why don't we all, besides One Piece, what is your favorite anime and why? And I feel like that's a great way to close out this episode.
Of all time?
Yes. Besides One Piece. And it can't be a movie, it has to be a series. Okay. I'll go with mine. I'll go with mine first, and we'll, tried and true Gurren Lagann. It's a story that starts from underground and goes to the heavens. It's a story from low to high, a story of a man finding his ego and passing on the torch of his senpai. And that is the best story ever written, I feel. Besides a certain other one with pirates. But the first episode foreshadows Kamina's father going into space for the first time and wearing the cape. We hear the jingle on his suit coat as he's walking, and the jingle always alludes to Kamina's dad whenever he talks about him. Anyway, it's the Common King storyline where someone born of nothing is put to the top and is the only one that can shoulder the responsibilities of man against unseen forces. Anyway, Gurren Lagann, number 1.
And so we get to use every episode within this series to impact our art, correct?
Okay, where are you going with this one? Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm trying to narrow it down from 4 right now.
Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, okay. Well, while you're thinking of that, does anyone else have one off the top of their head?
I have one.
Okay.
You guys are all gonna hate me for this.
Fruits basket.
No,
Okay.
Fairy Tail.
Whoa.
That's a fan service.
See, here's the thing. I'm not as angry as Fairy Tail because I was reading it and watching it was coming out week to week. It's all the new age individuals who just bash Fairy Tail. And I'm just like, I don't get it.
Wait, so Green, you're saying fairy tale?
The reason why I said I love it.
It's fan service, that's fair. You're a man with needs.
Before you say what you say about Fairy Tail, I actually like the 1,000-Year Quest a lot more than the original series.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm freaking like the 1,000 Quest manga that's coming out. I don't know why. I love it so much more than the original series.
No.
Fairy tale. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Bit more series, like there is just so terribly written, like more horrible than the original series.
Okay, you have your own opinion.
More horrible than the original series.
Wait. So you're saying fairy tale is good, Green?
Fairy Tail is good.
Not only good, but your favorite.
My favorite. It's my favorite. Like it doesn't have to be the best to be my favorite, but like is good and I love it. Well, the other reason is because of the soundtracks, but like I love it. But the 100-Year Quest, like, is just, my opinion is just too faulty. There's too much errors. Like even the pacing is too slow.
Interesting. Now, Fairy Tail, that is one of the series with great world building, great magic system. Like that's all good. I think even the character design is nice and there's a nice variety to them. But we've got to agree that his character writing is completely awful. It's almost unbearable sometimes.
I wouldn't go that far. They're just not as deep as One Piece.
Yeah.
The characters are one note. They're not like deep individuals like Oda's writing, or Gurren Lagann. But they all fulfill their purpose.
Yeah, I guess so. I think, I probably would agree with them with Fairy Tail, where if you compare Fairy Tail to like One Piece, like its world building's not as great, its characters not as great, like a lot of stuff is not as great as One Piece. And I guess a lot of people just put hate on it because they compare it to such a way significantly better series, but if you compare it on its own, it's not a bad series. Fine.
Mm-hmm. Who's that redhead chick?
Urza.
Ezra's like.
Like my issue, my number one issue with the show is too incomplete. The story is too incomplete. But like then that's the one place that I really think the main issue comes from.
Which is fair argument. All right.
No.
Chase, I have yours. I think I've narrowed mine down to 2 out of my top 5 favorite.
No, I don't have it yet. Hold on. I was looking down the list of them.
How about Cool Kid? You got one off the top of your head?
I know about it, and before I say it, I'm just going to say this. This is my favorite anime. I absolutely do not think what I'm going to say is the best anime. Not even close. I would even debate that One Piece is better than my favorite, but it's Bleach.
Oh. All of our conversations make so much sense about Bleach.
Bleach is absolutely my favorite series. Not the best, but it is my favorite. But I still think, I kind of do disagree with the people who think it's like, oh yeah, after Soul Society, Bleach was not that good anymore. I still think there are legitimately good arcs. There are a lot of good moments in the long arc. The Fullbring arc's pretty good, and well, there's not an anime of it right now, but even the Thousand Year Blood War arc, where there's a lot of bad. When it gets good, it gets really good.
Yeah.
Like if you remove the filler, I love all the Bleach arcs. I think they all have fantastic stories. Not the best in world building, but like the story, how the arcs were built up to be like is all fantastic. If you remove the filler.
Yeah, I can agree with you, because I guess my one problem with the Bleach anime is it's like, oh yeah, we're in the middle of the wrong arc. Let's just put a filler arc just in between. That's always annoyed me about that.
If you look at like one of those lists online, it's like what episodes to skip. You know, like what's canon, what's not canon.
Yeah.
You can't even use that because it's like filler and canon episodes combined into one. So it's like it's a different. They have a third color. They have a mixed canon filler episode chart. So even if you wanted to skip to, you know, only the good stuff, you're going to have to watch some filler, or at least skip. What are you gonna do? Skip halfway through the episode? Like, how are you gonna know? You know.
I don't know how to tell you this. Naruto does the same thing, but way worse.
Well, Naruto's list. Wait a minute. Let me look at that one. Because I'm pretty sure that they have a few of those, but not as many.
Dude, let me tell you. The one thing about the Naruto anime that was so bad. Okay, even by the time the manga was over, we were still like 3 months away in filler. But Naruto's really bad, because even by the manga, they kept doing filler. They weren't even at the final arc.
No, I hear ya. But why do people kind of, you know, hate Naruto less right now, I wonder?
It's because Naruto has the Dragon Ball effect. A lot of people got anime because of Naruto.
Yeah, that's true.
Bleach has more filler than Naruto, right?
Yes, I'm looking at. Well, I'm looking at it right now.
No,
Okay.
No. Bleach has
No
way
way.
less filler.
There's no way.
No.
Okay.
No.
There's
That's
no
pretty
way.
wild.
Bleach, I think might have like maybe longer filler arcs, but not as much as Naruto. Naruto has it all over the place. Bleach, what it likes to do is like he'll put a filler arc here, and then when it's done, it's done. You might get like a little referential, you know, from stuff from there, but it's pretty much like that.
Okay. If you look at the stream right now, I have both of the lists up, and I don't think you can see which one's which until I tell you. Okay. But what would be your guess? And which one is Bleach and which one is Naruto? And I'll just tell you some of the highlights of the list here, which would be that.
Bleach is to the right, Naruto's to the left.
I can totally tell.
Okay, so we got mixed. So look at all those mixed episodes, and then we got the mix.
Naruto's by far the worst.
So your guess is that Naruto's on the right or on the left?
Naruto's on the left.
So you got it.
Only because I know Bleach didn't make it this far.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
well,
Nice.
first of all, this is Naruto, not Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's worse.
That's terrible.
Dude, that's even worse. You know, dude, didn't they do like over like 200 episodes of like filler?
Well, also,
Series?
Well, we can literally see it right here.
Yeah,
well,
wait,
the right. By the way, the right one was Naruto. By the way,
The right one?
Yes.
The original Naruto, 200 episodes of filler.
yes.
The right one
Now,
is Naruto?
yes. Now here's Naruto Shippuden. Okay.
How many
Oh.
episodes?
But granted, Shippuden has more episodes. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Shippuden had like so much worse filler. Yeah, it's really bad.
No, I'll give it to you. But that is still a lot of episodes that are mixed and fillers for Bleach. I think what I would like to see is less numbers on these lists, right? So like if they are going to be filler, like have it all in like one span, do the canon arc, then once tell your own story, don't mix it, right?
Let's see.
But anyway, so there you go. That's the fun little fact of the day. So we got Gurren Lagann masterpiece. Then you guys said Fairy Tail and Bleach. No.
I love Bleach. I truly do think its highs are debatably better than both Naruto and One Piece. Debatably.
Well, now it has a chance to redeem itself in this final arc.
Because I do. Okay, I will say this about the final arc. The final arc has some really good highs, but its lows are bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag asking Death Stern Ritter.
Well, we can definitely see that One Piece has more canon episodes, but that's to be expected. There's a lot of material for them to use.
I mean, I guess One Piece is a lot better, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, wait. Let's keep it going. Chase, do you got your number one?
Yeah.
What is it?
So I really enjoyed this anime. I watched it when I was pretty young. I think this is my objective favorite anime, like even more than One Piece.
Okay.
And of course that's free. No, I'm kidding. It's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Hey.
I really fucks with the Brotherhood.
No, Brotherhood's legit. I can live with that.
Yeah.
I can live
Like,
with that.
Dude.
like objectively, One Piece will always have my heart, but yeah.
Oh, I could never make it past the Chimera thing when dude. That I've never been able to make it past that. The little girl's just like, you're supposed to come back to play with me. No.
You do. And every time I hear their theme songs, it almost makes me cry. I'm not gonna lie.
How could he do that to his own dog? I mean, Theory in the kitchen.
Yeah. And, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood hits it all, doesn't it? I mean, we're talking about, like, the big bricks of what makes a good anime: storytelling, world building, character development, magic, and maybe I'll make up a fifth, like, art style. When you put all those together, Fullmetal Alchemist really rounds that bubble of character stats, right? It really hits all the marks. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I could agree with that being debatably one of the best anime out there. Well, actually, I do have one negative problem. Its main final villain kind of sucks.
You don't like their dad?
Yeah, what was it like? Not sure. What was the
homunculus?
Yeah, but
the main homunculus.
The one the homunculus in a jar.
The main final one.
Father.
Free.
Yeah, Father.
Copy the looks of shit. I think
Father.
his name was like Father or something.
So,
Yeah,
His name was literally
That's what
Father.
they call it.
Yeah, Father. He
Oh,
kind of
Father.
honestly he kind of sucks as a final villain, but to be
What do you
fair,
mean by that?
I just didn't find him that interesting as a villain. I mean, I'm not saying like it's vice for anything. I just kind of didn't really, care for the villain.
is there?
There were other villains that I kind of, legitimately thought was way more interesting than him.
Like,
No, the King Bradley was he
Yeah,
was
King Bradley's was way more interesting.
so good.
Father.
hey, King Bradley was badass, but
Like,
It's just
the villain was, he was too boring.
like okay. I like a really good example of this actually. To throw back to Avatar. Avatar's final villain, Fire Lord Ozai. He's kind of boring. Just like how Father is.
Right. It's just like one of those old cartoon bad guys that it's like man, who's the man beast guy back in the 80s? Manly man.
Or Hulk.
No, manly man. He has the sword like the cat sword.
He-Man.
He-Man, like the villain of He-Man, right? It's just like an ambiguous
Skeletor.
bad guy. Yeah, there you go.
Skeletor?
Yeah, it's just an ambiguous bad guy, and I agree. But Father is like a god that has tasted humanity, So maybe I can kind of like that aspect of it, because he just has no regard for any kind of like some final villain speech to turn him around, right? You know that's not going to work because
Well,
he's
I think that the main reason like they are not that interesting is because they are not that involved in the like in the show. They are not that involved in the aspect of like doing the dirty stuff, and really it's just like they're just sitting on a throne giving orders. Even in Avatar, that's exactly what happened. They're just sitting on a throne giving orders, and it's at the end of the arc that they really did something. Example, like as I was watching that documentary you guys did for Grand Line Review, like the thing was, if you see, the flamingo was very involved in the whole, even before the arc, but in the whole arc he was involved in almost everything, and that's what made it more interesting, because his downfall was, it was like it made it more satisfying for the viewers, because they know that he has invested a lot. But this one is just like they're just sitting down. They don't. He doesn't even really care. Is the one that's doing most of the work is King Bradley. That's why I think King Bradley is a better villain than him.
Agreed. Chase, any final thoughts on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
No, I'm good.
Okay, that takes us to Dark Brit. Now, have you made the decision? Have you come to the final conclusion?
I have, and it did come down to a lot of the discussions that we've had. I've always considered New Game one of my favorite animes, but as one I do, it's not necessarily like my favorite series of all time. As far as the cutesy personal development, I would actually give the nod on that Fruits Basket as my as one of that favorite series. So it kind of actually pushed New Game out of my top 5, to be completely honest. However, my edgy side isn't taking care of the Fruits Baskets or New Game, so that has to be a part of it. So I was originally going to go with New Game No Life, which is one of the most fantastic series, worlds, realms, fighting mechanisms I've ever come across. No Game No Life. Astounding, but it's only 12 episodes long. Biggest downside of the entire series. Absolutely love it. If you can ever watch it, go ahead and do it. However, as far as cutesy, well writing, great antagonist, the edginess, in the fact that the second season's coming on, so I have something to look forward to, which now pushes it into that #1 spot. Yojo Senki, Saga of Tanya.
Oh, interesting.
Is my favorite anime of when I was watching this. The opening and the ending was playing for me before and after, just for hours. The fact that it is based around fighting not only what the world gives you, but God himself. In the fact that it is this businessman who is now in this cutesy little girl. He has the mind of the strategist, which of course attracts me to it because I am a strategist in many ways. The fact that there is now more coming, which makes me just so much more excited. And the fact that it delves into so many, it is a better depiction of war in my sense than Attack on Titan and all of the ramifications of it. And the fact that I'll never forget it. In this series, you have things that, you just don't do during war, and you just don't attack a city unannounced. This character, who is now reincarnated as a little girl, in the most high-pitched voice, says that, hey, on a loudspeaker, we're coming, we're going to destroy everything, we are going to kill you all, and no one takes it seriously, and they just run out on the entire city. It is the coolest aspect, because he knows no one's going to take this seriously, but it gives them a warning, and they just ran. It is, as far as strategy, thrillers, fighting against all odds, comedy, it just all hits in a nice 12 episode package with another 12 coming, which makes it my favorite series because I know it. So Tanya is evil. Yoju stinky.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to be honest. For a hot minute, I completely forgot that series existed.
Which is fair. Which is very fair.
It's been a long time. Like, when the heck did the first season come out again?
Like 2017.
Damn, that's been a while.
Yep, winter 17.
Man, I've only agreed with me and Chase and I's verdicts here. I think you three are. You gotta trade in your anime cards. You guys don't know it.
Yeah, kinda.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What? Nani?
Tanya the evil? I mean...
It's okay. No, Tanya was good. I'll admit it was good. Maybe top 20.
It was a good season of anime.
No, it was good.
Respect everyone else's decisions. It also kind of shows them
I
passion.
respect
I
your
hear ya.
opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it's an opinion, I don't care. If you say it's fact, then we have to
I don't say it sucks. It's not in the top 10 of Mal or top 100. Fruits Basket is.
Oh my god.
Man, objectively the greatest anime of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. I have one. Yeah, go ahead.
As far as my favorite, it is Tana. You forced me to admit it for the world.
It's good. I'm just giving you a hard time. I think I do. I get an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, because I just did like my other.
I just want one honorable mention. That's it. Just let me have this one, and that would be a Magi or Magi or however you. Yeah, Magi. That it's so good. I love Magi. I think character's good. Yeah, love the.
The humor doesn't always hit for me, which is why.
Harry Potter. There you go. Sorry. I love the Hogwarts aspect of Magi going out into the school and learning new things, how to be a king. It's a great representation of what it means to be born a king and what it means to be a king. Because we see constantly how people are kings and they're bad at it. It doesn't just because you are a king doesn't mean you're going to be good at it, even if it is fated to be that.
I think that's fair.
So anyway,
Very fair.
there you go. Hey, we're running. Yeah, we're. It's about to be 3. I gotta get going.
Yeah, we just hit. This is our longest stream, I think. 2 hours. Thank you all. I'll go ahead and do the wrap up thing through. So as far as main seasons for this year, I think it's all around winter was the only one that even like Strain watched something from. But we could probably say that was the #1 season of the year.
Yeah.
Sure.
Winter, spring, maybe. I'll say summer and then fall because there's other than Lupin the Third coming out, I think next week.
I'm
there's
so
really
excited for
nothing.
Lupin the Third Part 6.
Yeah.
Lupin!
And Mushoku Tensei, those are like the big heavyweights of fall 2021, or yeah, we're in fall 2021. So I think universally winter best, summer, fall, and then summer. So those are their winners. As far as everyone's best, Gurren Lagann, you have
Fairy
let's
Tail.
see here. Fairy Tail, Bleach, and then Super Metal Alchemist Bronzon Budo. And
Tanya the Evil.
Tanya is evil. So we all know who is insane. We all know who is just like generic stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll let you decide.
I will.
What's the
Yeah.
problem with being generic?
I will say Brits is the most of them all. That's the art.
Is that how
I like.
Because I'm watching you do the Tiffany test. Is that really?
I'm DarkBriton.
Just being able to finish a sentence makes me like that, huh?
Huh? What?
You gotta worry about alligators anyway.
I ate one Thursday night.
Oh,
I had massive diarrhea afterwards.
Sounds about right. All right. So thank you all for stopping by. Next week we will be back with the One Piece chapter reviews. And now that we have community tabs, I probably will bring the Fight Club Friday that I do on Facebook here. So that will be actually pretty fun to see what people say in the comments as far as different things. So we're going to have fun with the community tab and pimp that out, which probably means we're getting commercials on our stuff too. Those monsters taking...
I don't think so. I think you still need 1,000 for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing that on people's channels without them reaching it out. They're just not getting money.
Right, that too.
So
Yeah.
we might have commercials.
You're on the up and up.
Yeah. So here's to the community tab, and let's see what we're doing with that by next week. Drew, don't post anything about that.
Wait, is One Piece on 1 week break or 2 weeks break?
It's 2 weeks, so it was 2 weeks, so this was 1 week, and next week it'll be back.
So,
That's the part that I get
around
confused because everyone says it's on 2 week break. No, technically a break is 2 weeks.
Right.
That's how it always has been. So we'll be getting a new chapter next. I'm checking just because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. But yeah, next chapter is in 7 days.
okay, in
So
7 days.
We're getting one next week.
Alright.
So, as we wrap up, thank you all for joining us. If you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps us out. We've kind of been fidgeting in the 700s for over a year now. But now that we have the community tab, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Any other final thoughts, gentlemen, other than Tanya is evil?
I'd love for Chase to pimp out his channel. Yeah, what are you up to?
Subscribe to Chase API. I talk about whatever I want these days. I'm trying to hit 300. I've been at 2 something for a while. Yeah, that's about it. I do hot takes.
We got.
If you want to hear my opinions about things.
We gotta get you up to date. That way you can come to our Warlord Church Sundays, so you can be chapter to chapter.
I'll catch up just for you guys.
That'd be great. We have a $100 bounty out on Quasar to finish the series. So we hope she catches up as well.
That'll be fun, actually.
Cool.
But without further ado, thank you all. I have been the DarkBriton. As always, these have been my amazing Nakama within the round table. We will catch you all next time. Stay reckless, Warlord.